Hi, welcome to the final part, which should be the eighth part of the lecture on the labor market unemployment and the inflation. This is part of the lecture series of the uh, Introduction to Economics course, which is taught in the Middlesex Technical University Northern Cyprus campus. Last question is basically we assume actually this should be question 3 in terms of the. I took it from an assignment actually. That's why it maintains the question name. Assume for Japan Nairo is 5%. Draws the same graph, long run and short run Phillips curves for the case when expected inflation is 0. Long run Phillips curve is always the same. Short run Phillips curve is different actually. So for the long run Phillips curve, let's create another U maybe. So it's always 5. It's always equal to Nairo. So in this case, Nairo is 5%. So basically, long run Phillips curve is always equal to Nairo for different inflation rates. While for the other case, let's start with 1 or 0. 1, 2, and increase it. This is inflation rate. How is inflation rate related to the unemployment rate? I haven't said. So basically, you can do anything. Actually, drawing it just on a paper would be easier for this question, but I will want to show you if you want to draw it this way, how to do it. But one thing I know is the inflation rate at the Nairo is equal to expectations. So let's do also this way. And in this case, well, in the first case, expected inflation was 0. That's why at 5% unemployment rate, inflation was 0. In the second case, expected inflation rate is 10. So basically, at the 5% unemployment rate, the inflation is 10. Let's actually add a 5% inflation as we increase the unemployment rate. So this plus 5%. So in that case, this would be where we go. And let's do minus 5%. Actually, that's why we usually don't have linear curves, actually, because at some point the inflation rate will become minus kind of over 100%. It's possible for them. We might go to upper levels, but it's not possible if you go to lower levels. Actually, of course, I mean, at most prices can decrease 100%, which will make them 0. In this case, in the other case, actually, we add to all of the inflation values 10%. And well, at inflation at the unemployment level 5, I should still have the same inflation rate, which I do have. So now I can draw my basically Phillips curves. So I have a scatter plot, and let's go down a little bit, and let's have okay. Let's first get rid of all of these things. And if I were to use this, I want to also get rid of these ones. But if I cannot get rid of this, this is short SRPC1. This is for expected inflation AI equal to 0. And in this case, basically, the X values are is the unemployment rate. Y values consist of the inflation. So this is my first short run Phillips curve. Then short run Phillips curve 2. In this case, I take for unemployment rate. Well, they are the same basically. I could say the same thing. But now the inflation rates will change. And I can write here expected inflation rate AI equal to 10%. Okay, let me add long run Phillips curve to this. X values are again the unemployment rates, but in this case, because I have a vertical line, unemployment rate is always the same. Y values will consist of inflation. I can take any here. Let's take these ones. Although I can continue actually. Actually, let me extend this to 17, both of them. And just get this a little bit down. Well, this minus 5. And this is equal to this value. Now, Phillips curve. Let me write. And if you want to be better, actually, you can open. There should be possibility. It should be possible to have. Well. Okay, here you can have. Well, you can write what is here, which is in this case unemployment rate. And on the y-axis, we have the moment. I'm sorry, I have lost something. Okay, I want to add yes, inflation rate. So I think I have. Actually, here I can also write unemployment rate and inflation. And I have the legend here. If I want, I can carry legend to somewhere else, but this is pretty much it. And you can see, for example, the Nauru here also. So anyway, so this is the answer to the question. It took longer than it should, but I have showed you how you can use Excel. So, well, this is the end of this lecture. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video lecture. Well, it has started raining actually. It has become night. Of course, I need to have some certain breaks for lunch and lunch basically, and then dinner. Well, I hope again you have enjoyed this lecture. I hope to see you in the next lecture. Not see you in the next lecture, but I hope you will listen to the next lecture also. And as always, stay healthy.